Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Jaleesa.
And I'm Isaiah.
And we're going to leave all our social media down below so you guys can go ahead and follow us on our social media. We're both lame and have TikTok. We have Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, but that's family, so I don't think we're going to put that on there. All the old people are on there. And if you guys are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up and comment any video you guys I don't know how to talk. Any video you guys want to see from us. So today we decided to do a sit and talk video, and I know our first video was a sit and talk video, and we were gonna vlog today, but
things happen.
I was in a bad mood all day. Yay! No, I'm just kidding. We had a rough day. It was crazy. It was back and forth. So we were like, let's not vlog. Let's vlog next time we hang out. And we decided to do a video on tips for how to have a long relationship, because you guys probably don't know this, but me and Isaiah have been dating for about to turn 8 years on November 11th of this year. 6?
Yes.
Why 6? No, but I'm talking about like in general. Or are we... Okay, so I just wanted to hop on and tell you guys that my boyfriend I didn't understand what he was talking about. So our anniversary is on November the 6th, which is why he was correcting me. I said November 11th, thinking about the month and then like not forgetting about the whole like actual day. But it is November the 6th, as in tomorrow. Today's November the 5th. I'm editing this video today, November 5th. And this video is actually going to go up tomorrow on our anniversary. But I'm just like, I started this whole conversation about something that he was not even talking about. So I feel so sorry about that. But yeah, my boyfriend's crazy. My boyfriend's not crazy. I forgot our anniversary date apparently. So yeah, just putting it out there. Older. What? Okay. We've been dating for 6 years since, like, we consider ourselves not children. Because, when you have, like, relationships where it's, like, you guys barely see each other, but you're dating, and it's all cute, and then we barely want to hold each other's hands. Yeah, like, middle school love. But, like, technically, like, when we start hanging out, and actually, I guess we consider it an actual relationship, it's been 6 years. But if you're counting the 2 other years, then it's 8 years. But whatever. It's a long time. Okay, so we've been dating each other practically since we were kids, and we grew up together in our relationship. So that's been really tough. But we decided that we should do a video like this because I have like so many friends always tell me, how are you in a relationship that's this long? Like legit, people at school thought we were gonna get married before we graduated. That's how long we've been dating. So we made a list of tips. And you want to start?
Sure. So tip number 1. You obviously have to get to know each other. And that is everything.
I feel like a lot of people forget this step. Like people just want to jump into a relationship.
Yes.
And you don't really know like each other as well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people overthink how important that is.
Or the things the person likes.
Yeah, like
or dislikes.
Yeah, because it kind of goes with that. We have that as a tip too, but I feel like you don't know someone and then you jump into a relationship and then you guys have all these problems and
because
you're like,
you didn't get to know each other.
And you're just like, why are all these problems? We fight every single day. We're not meant for each other. Well, you didn't get to know the person you're dating. So how are you supposed to know what they like, what they don't like? And then you guys end up with problems. So it's always so important to start with just getting to know each other. And too many people overthink that step and forget to do that. So I put that down.
You can do the next one.
Okay. So the next one is be straightforward with each other. And I feel like that's really important. It kind of goes also with the getting to know each other and also knowing each other's dislikes and not. Because I feel like in a lot of times I've had friends who are like, I'm just too afraid to tell him this because I feel like I'm going to show off as a like very jealous girlfriend or an extreme girlfriend. If you don't go ahead and tell someone how you feel and what you do or don't like, it's just going to lead to problems in the future. So in the future, maybe they're doing something like, well, you never told me that you didn't like this, so how was I supposed to know? No one reads minds.
Especially if you had a very bad relationship before.
Exactly. Like
if the person cheated on you before, the one you just met, then you should probably talk about that and tell him what you don't like.
Or you don't want to tell your new relationship, oh, I've never had a girlfriend before. We all know that's a lie, first of all. Yeah. And second of all, be open. Or I feel like I've had friends tell me, oh yeah, my boyfriend's a virgin, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not what his ex-girlfriend told me. You know, like, don't do stuff like that. You don't know what type of diseases some people have. You know, it's just important to, like, be straightforward with each other. Don't be scared of what they're going to think or stuff. Because if you're too scared to tell them something, that's a sign that you guys probably shouldn't be together.
Yeah. So the next one that we have is tell each other when you like or don't like something.
We already kind of talked about that.
Yes, so let's move to the next one.
Don't go too fast.
So if you meet the person, don't start dating them.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing with skipping steps. Also, I have a lot of friends that are like, oh, well, I had sex with him and then we stopped talking. Sis, you talked to him for about a week.
Yeah, so get to know each other and start that process of friendship.
Me and Isaiah's...
We had a small startup.
Yeah, like, I feel like having dated since we were such young kids, it was like we kind of had this whole time to grow up together. So it wasn't like we had sex within 2 minutes of dating each other. We did. It was a whole process. And I feel like I'm not slut shaming anybody. I'm not saying it's bad when you have sex with someone, because that's up to you. But I'm just saying, if you're thinking about having a long relationship, get to know each other, know your dislikes, you don't dislike. Also, don't fake an orgasm, sis. Don't do it. Like, that just, intimacy is a really big thing in a relationship as well. Like, if you're not having or able to have an intimate relationship with someone, that's a sign. I just saw a video, I think I told you I was watching this video. It's this couple named Melissa and Logan. And they had a relationship, and the relationship kind of fell out because they started feeling more like best friends, because there wasn't really any intimacy between each other. So it's more like being friends than being in a relationship. So there's always, you have to keep it alive.
Yeah, keep that level of friendship.
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So the next two are kind of tied together, like learn each other's weaknesses and respect each other. So, you know, if I know your weaknesses, don't make fun of you because of your weaknesses. Yeah. Respect those weaknesses.
So, like, he knows I'm very sensitive when it comes to my weight. So if I'm eating something, he's not going to be like, stop eating that. You're gonna keep getting fat.
Yeah.
Because then obviously I'm just going to be like bothered and triggered, because I'm just like, why are you saying that to me? You know my weight bothers me.
Or you could just say, hey, stop eating. It's bad for your health.
Yeah.
More respectful.
Especially, and it has to be in a certain level of relationship, because he knows that if I eat too much and he's watching me eat too much, and I'm just like, and then later I'm gonna be like, babe, why did you let me eat that much? If I had told you already I'm full, you should have been like, then stop eating, babe, save it for later, save it for tomorrow. And so again, like, just respect each other, know each other's weaknesses. You don't want to keep attacking someone on something. Like, if my boyfriend told me everything about his past and he doesn't like it when I bring it up, I shouldn't bring it up, because I know that that's going to bother him. That's going to cause arguments. And then you'll be like, oh, we argue so much. Sis, you caused it.
Or the guy caused it.
Or I'm just talking girls. You know?
So the next one is trust one another. Yeah, that's a big one. A lot of us don't have trust for each other. We have to get to that level where we trust each other blindly, but also don't be too trustworthy of that person, because, you know, you can get your heart broken. And
I get you don't want to be too trustworthy, but also you don't want to have to be checking your... I feel like we dated for such a long time where we did get to that point where it was like checking each other's phone every time we saw each other, or being crazy like that. So it's... And if you do this, it's your relationship, but I just think that I didn't enjoy checking his phone every time he came to see me.
It's uncomfortable.
And it gets so annoying and so bothered. But at some point, in some level, you feel like you have to do it, because you're just like, you know, I can't trust him. And so trust is so important in a relationship. I just think that if you don't have trust in someone, then it's almost like you guys are in an open relationship, because you kind of are guessing that they're always cheating on you.
Yeah.
So trust is a very important one. I feel like we should have put that at the top. But trusting each other is so important. Don't date someone you don't trust, because then it's not really worth the stress. It's not worth the tears. It's not worth all the stupidity that comes with it.
Yep.
Okay, the next one is thank and appreciate one another. I feel like a lot of times we forget to do that, even us. It's like, it's even just the small things. Like, he bought me Chipotle today. Thank you, babe, for buying me Chipotle. Or like, thank you for buying me Starbucks. You fed my addiction. You're great. Or even him just walking to a makeup store with me. Thank you. Because he didn't have to do that.
So the next one is it's okay to apologize. Sometimes you have to, just apologize and leave your ego behind.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we're in such a culture, I feel like, or I guess we're raised where apologizing is something humble to do. So people don't like to feel like they
don't like to feel less.
Yeah, and I get that in a way, but also if you know you did wrong, say sorry, because you can save yourself so many arguments, or you can save yourself from continuing to argue, because sometimes all it takes is a simple I'm sorry, I know I did wrong, I won't do it again. And just be humble. You're in a relationship, you guys should both be equal. He doesn't have to say sorry every single time, she doesn't have to say sorry every single time.
Or just acknowledge that you were wrong. And the last ones are be each other's best friend and support each other.
Back to the best friend thing. I feel like me and Isaiah's were in this thing where we used to not be able to tell each other everything. And then that's a problem. So I feel like you want to be able to tell your partner everything. If
you don't want to have to add third people into a relationship.
Yeah.
And have them as best friends,
Yeah, because
you have one each other.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes there's a lot of relationships like, oh, well, my boyfriend has his girl best friend. Yeah. And the reason why we often have other sex best friends is because they relate to us in a way that maybe a same-sex person wouldn't. But that's where your partner comes in, and you shouldn't be afraid to tell your partner stuff that you can tell your guy or girl best friend. So I mean, I guys don't have same-sex best friends. Obviously we have same-sex friends, different sex friends, but we don't have like different sex best friends, because I feel like we have it in each other. So
we can tell each other.
Yeah, like problems. The other day, tell me that Alex Morgan is hot. Like, I feel like, am I gonna be like, babe, I'm hot? Maybe, but am I gonna be like, come on, she's a very good soccer player, and yeah, she looks really good in those shorts. Like, I feel like he didn't say that, but I'm saying it. It's just like, you have to be able to trust each other enough to where, like, if he tells me Alex Morgan did a great job today, I'm not gonna be like, did her ass do a good job today? Like, just not be able to tell each other stuff. I feel like Isaiah is my best friend. Like, I can tell him my girl stuff and he won't fall asleep on me,
Sometimes.
Or be able to trust each other that way that they're not going to go tell someone else or stuff like that. And he could tell me his guy stuff. Well, I'd be like, well, yeah.
Don't care about it.
But that's also the thing. I feel like I know that if I tell you my girl stuff, you don't really care that much about it, so you're not.
I forget about things.
Yeah, you're not gonna go tell like anyone else, and that's different with any other type of friendship. You're always gonna have that fear that like, I told you not to tell anyone, but they might go tell someone.
Yeah, and if I do, she knows who to come to.
Yeah, so just be each other's friends. Don't.
Yeah.
A relationship's not just sex and making out.
True. And just be sweet with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Well, once you get to that level.
Yeah, because I feel like in
the beginning, you gotta be sweet, but if you're sweet at the beginning, don't stop being sweet.
Yeah.
Continue being sweet.
Well, that also correlates with getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Because if you like someone who's gonna bring you flowers, and you know damn well you've been dating this boy for 3 months and he has not brought you flowers not one time, that's a problem.
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah, and like that's what I mean. Also, talking to each other, telling each other what you like or don't like. Feel like if I know he's worth it, and he wasn't he wasn't the type of person to bring me presents just because, or bring me flowers just because, or anything like that. And I told him about it. I was like, babe, this is the type of stuff I like. I feel like it makes me feel special and important. It makes me feel different from anyone else in your life.
And instead of her going to somebody else to get, presents.
Yeah, yes.
She told me about it and we discussed it. And now I feel like I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. He tries.
Yeah.
And it's good. It makes me feel better. So I feel like a lot of friends I've had, they're just like, oh, but he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that. And I'm just like, well, have you told him to do this and that? Have you told him you like it when he does this or that? And instead of doing that, they're like, oh, I'm just going to break up with him. There's this cute boy over here. He does that. And I'm just like,
that's where you have to be straightforward to each other.
Talk to each other. Yeah. All these rules, all these things kind of correlate with each other. Just also support each other. If my boyfriend is trying to get himself a good pair of jeans and he's just like, hey, I'm going to go try these on. Let me stand there and tell him, oh yeah, I like those. Or I don't like those. I mean.
Or when your girlfriend is going shopping. Even if you're bored as hell. And annoyed. Just go with her.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
He goes with me to Ulta when I'm trying to buy stuff. Like, and he will walk in there with me. And Pink, yeah. And usually he buys my stuff from Pink, so he kind of has to walk in there. But I feel like...
Because eventually you'll be the one seeing what's under that.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Talking about getting to know each other slowly, ideas. Yeah. Okay, but... yeah, like, just support each other. Don't make the relationship one way around. So, like, he has to be with me everywhere. He has to come with me everywhere. But I'm sorry, babe. I can't help you pick out a pair of jeans. Like, that's not how a relationship works. Relationship is like you both put in 100%. Yeah. You both receive 100%, and then it's happy. Obviously, you're always gonna have problems. I feel like in the beginning, me and Isaiah would pick fights for
just no reason.
Yeah.
We don't fight that much anymore.
No, that's not my period.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you didn't tie my shoe for me.
And don't be rude to each other, please.
Yeah.
That never works out.
No cussing. No cussing at each other. Like, me and Isaiah, when we're mad, like, we do cuss sometimes. We shouldn't. But we do cuss sometimes when we're with each other. But when we're mad, we try not to use any cuss words at all, because that can quickly lead to calling each other names, and then that obviously leads to problem. No one likes being called a name, especially not by their significant other, because that just causes problems. So we just try, if we're angry, no cussing, because this too quickly.
Or just take a chill moment and talk to each other afterwards when you're more calm.
It just depends on the person, honestly. That's what, get to know that.
And if your girlfriend likes food, just buy her whatever she likes. She'll be happy.
He thinks that every single time I get mad, he solves it with food. So
I do.
Unless I'm really mad, then you really have to try. But like, if it's just like the small thing, he'll be like, "Do you want a biscuit from McDonald's?" And I'm like, "Yes." Oh my gosh, you have to go open the door.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that was all the tips and points that we had. So just don't be rude, be respectful, be honest, and straightforward. Trust each other. But yeah, that's it for this video. And if you like it, just hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and comment.
Turn on the notification bell so you guys are notified every time we upload. I think we're gonna try uploading at least once a week. So try and edit the video. Obviously, we might have times where we can upload more often and stuff like that, but works full time, goes to school full time, goes part-time to school, part-time job. So we're just busy schedule, so we usually can only film during the weekends, but we'll try. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, and again, all the social media will be down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.